Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joyous Stampin' with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's our wonderful Wednesday. Today I'll be sharing with you a bonus card I made using the Paper Pumpkin July kit called Sending Good Thoughts. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right. So first, let's go ahead and talk about the Paper Pumpkin kit that was for July. It's called the Sending Good Thoughts Paper Pumpkin Kit for 2022. It came with 3 different card designs. So here's one of them, making this cute little wishing you all the best card. I love the Fresh Freesia card base for this one. So it's a little bit more girly. These were part of my Miss Monday cards that I shared. And some great die cuts and the little cute bottle here. There's another design that has the bottle with a little squirrel in there. It looks like you're sending a cute little message, thinking of you. I just love this kit so much. There's so much texture, great color combos, and even the dies are amazing. This little ship came as far as the stamp set. They have this piece that was already embossed with clouds and like that water texture on the bottom. So super great items. This kit is no longer available to order as a whole kit, but as a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you could totally order this kit as a refill for $11 on my online store. You just have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. I'll have the links to both of those in the description if you're watching this on YouTube later. All right. So let me show you also for next month. If you're not a subscriber, it's super easy to subscribe. And each month we get a little sample or a sneak peek of what the next kit will be like without showing us completely 100% because we still like a little bit of surprise, right? This one says there's a free gift for subscribers. So make sure you subscribe and you'll get this sweet sunflowers kit for next month. Don't forget, it still is celebration, so if you want to earn free celebration items, you can pre-order 3 of our Paper Pumpkin kits, and then you can choose one of the celebration items as your free item as well. So keep that in mind, and be sure to just do your and your subscribing to Paper Pumpkin before the 10th of each month. All right. Let me go ahead. So yeah, this is what the Paper Pumpkin box looks like. It came with all those cards and inks and the stamp set. Let me show you the cards that we'll be making today and talk a little bit about Wonderful Wednesday. All right, so here is this awesome card we'll be making. We're using this really fun masking technique. So some of these are stamped images and some are not. We've used a leftover sheet of dies, or I like to call it the negative of the dies. And then this was another one I made with that same idea using the leftover to create that outline there. Let me go ahead and set this aside real quick. Let me show you that stamp set we'll be using. So here's that cool boat that came on there, or I should say a ship. Looks like a pirate ship. They also have these cute little stars. There's our squirrel, a couple different saying choices, some great texture pieces, a cute little seahorse there as well. Overall, a really great stamp set. And there's so much we can make with this even after the kit is done. So that's one of the great perks of Paper Pumpkin is building your stamp collection and using it for other creations. So what I like to do is show you how to make something with the stamps themselves. But before I get too crazy, let me remind you it is Wonderful Wednesday, and in fact the last Wonderful Wednesday of the month of July, which means this is the last time you can order from me today, and I will send you the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Back Gems for free to make your Wednesday a little bit more wonderful. Just be sure to use the hostess code for the month, and I will be sure to send you that happy mail within the next couple days. All right, let me show you how we made this card. It is super simple, but it's a really fun technique. Let me grab the pieces for it. And I did switch up just a little bit on this card, but I'm using a different color of a card base. So I have the Coastal Cabana, that's the Bermuda Bay. I do have a Night of Navy Matte, which is the 4 by 5 1/4. All these measurements will be over on my blog, so if you're not catching them right away, feel free to click on over there and you'll have them easily accessible to you. We have the basic white piece is what we're going to use to do our stamping onto. That's the 3 3/4 by 5. And then we also have a piece of masking paper. Let me show you what it looks like when it comes to you. It comes in this 12 pack here. This is a newer product, came out in the annual catalog. It's kind of like a customizable post-it note, and it has sticky all over, but it's not super sticky. It has more like that tacky, like a post-it note on the back of it. So when you want to cover something you don't want to have stamped on, this is the way to do it. It's great because you can die cut on it, you can punch it out, you can stamp on this as well, and then either fussy cut around it and then use that as a mask. Today our masking is super simple and we're just making basic lines, but there's so many awesome potential things you could do with the Stampin' Up! Masking paper. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our basic white piece here and show you how we went ahead and made these awesome birds. What I have or came in the kit are these sheets of items that we use as our dies. They come all together still, so they're not just pieces floating around. So here's one of them. Has a fun coral, a seahorse, the star, and another little bird here, and those two birds there. Those are the two birds we're gonna use. Here's also what the bottle one looks like, and even a tag was in this one and that banner piece there. I went ahead and used that center one when I wanted to stamp the boat inside. But it's up to you what you want to use. This would be really cool to do like an underwater one with the seahorse. We could even throw on a star on here and get some coral. And it'd be super great way to do a background piece there. What we're gonna do though is go ahead and put our birds up in this top left corner. I'm gonna kind of angle it so it looks like they're flying a little bit more. Place it where you want it, and then grab your post-it notes. Let me grab the ones I have handy, and there's lots of different sizes you can use. I used this one earlier, which is the, let's see, that's a 2x2, and then now I have a 3x3. Doesn't matter, our main goal is that we wanna protect the area that we're not masking, and we wanna hold this paper down securely. So I see a little spot on this horse, so I'm gonna cover up that guy there, and that'll help keep it down, and we don't want anything white on our piece right here. So again, we're just going to take the sticky edge and put it along there. So I'm showing you two different ways. So if you don't have the masking paper yet, you can see how you can use this with just regular post-it notes, this method, and then I'll use that masking tape for the bottom piece. What we're going to grab is our smoky slate ink. Any color would work, whatever color you want to use. Open up that ink pad, have it available. Grab your blending brush. This is one of my favorite tools to have. They come in 3, I think, in one kit. We're gonna go ahead and tap, tap, tap on here, grab some ink. And then if you want to tap off a little bit of the excess, you can, or you can just start doing circular motions in that matte spot. That's how I usually like to do it, is to go straight on when I'm doing something that needs a lot more color. So there we go. We want to make sure we get this in really nice with our masking here. So go over that really thick. Same with our bottom bird right there. You're just going to be careful not to try to grab where the paper will lift off. We don't want to go underneath. We want to make sure we stay just on the top there. And you get as dark, as light as you want it. When you pick the right color, then you can remove the mask. Okay, I'm gonna say that hopefully looks good. Sometimes it's really hard to tell until you lift it up how well you've inked it up. So it's kind of a fun little mystery. Let's see how we did. And what you can do, you can just either lift up the whole thing at once with your post-it notes, and the big reveal. Oh, so cool. I just love that. And it's like a super clean, flat look versus the cards from the other one had the birds that were popped up here. So what a great, cool comparison from one to the next. Okay, let's go ahead and set this part aside. We don't need that. Let's grab that masking paper. So I just cut off about a 1.5 inch of that sheet we had there. And I'm going to peel off the backing just by separating the corners together. And I'm gonna go just about maybe an inch. I'm trying to make water, and you can see there's 2 spots, so I only took off 1. There we go. So we have our double masking off. I'm gonna go just about 3/4 maybe even an inch of masking for here. And I can use my grid sheet to help it be even a more straighter line. Okay, so now all the surface right here will be safe from my blending. Grab your Bermuda Bay, which is the ink color that came with the kit. Open that up and grab your blending brush. Go ahead and ink up your brush. You could do a little bit of tapping off again. This is a darker color, so I tend to do a little tap off so it's not as harsh. And then we'll just do some circular motions, making sure we go right up to that line on that masking piece. And this one we do not want to be super bright. You see how I didn't tap off right there? So it's a little bit darker. So we'll do a tap off, and then it's just a softer blend. There we go. This one's very subtle. It's just our water. And the big wow comes when we remove the mask. There we go. Almost. And there you have it. Oh, a perfect straight line. Looks like a great horizon. You can either keep that tape and you can use it a little bit over. It's pretty tacky still, or pretty sticky, or go ahead and throw it away. All right, let's keep our ink out. Let's grab our stamp that we're gonna use. I have the Sending Good Thoughts, which is such a great saying. It can be used for so many things. I haven't stamped this one today, so let me do a practice stamp on my Post-it note here to make sure we're looking good. Looks pretty good. I wobbled a little bit there, so let's make sure I don't wobble. And go in the bottom right corner, right in our water. Oh, I love it. Super fun. Next, grab our Night of Navy. And I'm actually going to grab my foam mat. I forgot to grab that earlier. And this image is a little bit bigger, so I like to have a little bit more cushion on the bottom. So I have this one right here. We'll just slide that one underneath. And let me grab our ship. This is what our awesome ship looks like. It is really, really cool. And I love that it's a little bit more masculine, which a lot of times we are tricky to find some that are like that. So we are loving it when we get it. We're gonna put this boat, so we're not covering up our words. We want it in the water and on the horizon there. And lift up. Perfect. It turned out so nice, so much detail. Then all we have to do now is assemble. So grab our Night of Navy map, flip this over. I like to use the Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus for whenever I'm attaching basic white to anything, because I don't like to see glue lines. So we will just use some of that double-sided tape and attach that on. Go, pretty good. Grabbing our Coastal Cabana mat. Again, I use Bermuda Bay for that one, just so you can tell the color difference. And then I'll use liquid glue. If it's not basic white, then liquid glue totally works for me. And that's the most cost-efficient adhesive, I dare say, Stampin' Up! Sells. That it will last you such a long time. It can be used on so many things. So that's why it's one of my favorites. And I don't have my bone folder handy. 1 second. A bone folder is a must. Mine is always usually customized because I get them as gifts, but just have the Stampin' Up! On the other side and my name and my team on the other. This is something that is underrated, but definitely is a must-have in every stamper card maker's craft room. All right, and there we go. Such a fun, simple card that will ship super nicely, and is great because it says Sending Good Thoughts. Could be for anything that you want to send good thoughts for. All right, you guys, I hope you've had a great time learning this bonus card using Paper Pumpkin's Sending Good Thoughts kit, using the dies that we cut out, the negative, to create our shape of our birds here today. Be sure to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube and order before the end of the day using that hostess code to get the wonderful Wednesday gift. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.